Due to our slightly unusual circumstances now, this video calling is going to be the soundtrack to a lot of people's lives.
I've lost the plot. I've just lost the plot. I can't. I'm a social butterfly and I live to talk. I haven't got that anymore. Without sounding like Ian Beale, I've got nothing left. Yeah, it's just I'm just missing face-to-face contact with people. Yeah. Go on, what do you need? I mean, this I just did for comedy effect for a call with the internal team today. I've got a call with a client in a minute. I'm going to have to get changed. If this is going to go on for a couple of months, my God, my sanity, I'm worried. I need some more costumes, I'll tell you that much.
Well, good morning. I can't help but feel like we are drowning in negativity right now. You know, myself included, it's very, very difficult to stay positive. You know, I'm very aware that we have a platform and an audience here, and not just a normal audience, it's an audience of business leaders. So I'm asking you to please let us know of all of the great things that people are doing in the community.
Lots of brands doing good around the world. Yesterday a video emerged of Gary Neville talking about his hotel chain and what they're trying to do.
We'll be closing both our hotels. We will not be making anybody redundant. It's at this moment in time that I think the whole of our industry needs to show solidarity, not just for our staff in these uncertain times, but for obviously the people who need the accommodation most in the coming months.
So I've seen Iceland have announced that anyone that is suffering and has lost employment can go and apply for a job at Iceland. They're going to open up thousands of new jobs, part-time jobs. So businesses like that is what you need. You need businesses to pull together. And what we might find out, there are things that we've learned from the coronavirus that inform our future business decisions.
I just read this really interesting article on LinkedIn about how Facebook are going to be offering ad spend credit to small businesses as we come out this period of uncertainty. I think it's fantastic. It's a great brand piece for Facebook. They are really exercising some corporate social responsibility here. Big companies like Facebook can afford to take the hit in the coming months. Small businesses just can't. They're going to be hit the hardest. There is going to be an economic decline that's pretty much inevitable now, but it's how we pull together as a community to get everybody through this, not just big companies.
We just had a really good call. With who? With a international money transfer brand, George. Otherwise the rest is top secret. They're making a decision tomorrow.
When you're working at home, there's quite a lot of conference calls going on. You have to make sure you're basically taking it in turns to make phone calls. It's my turn to be a bit quiet.
We're all kind of all over the place at the moment in the team. Bradley's in Florida, Maddie's in Kentucky, a few of them in New York, and some of us are in London. So we all just kind of sync up at the start of the day, checking what everyone's doing, how campaigns are going.
So I'm currently at home in Kentucky. I left the New York office and came home a couple days ago. I think that we've all been doing a really good job of supporting each other from very far away. And right now I'm currently Googling how to get smoothie out of my carpet. I just dropped an entire blueberry smoothie.
Trying to get a lot of clients at the moment to kind of think beyond plugging product for influence marketing, sort of think about what they can do to kind of help with these times. Itsu today, instead of just stealing Pret's idea of free drinks to NHS workers at 50% off food, they've shouted out Pret and been like, we're going to do this too, this is great.
I've seen them online and I think it's great that they're doing this. I haven't taken advantage. This is only my first day off and I've come to see my poppet.
That's going to get clipped off.
They've also expanded the deal not just to NHS workers but to people also supporting at the moment, so like Deliveroo drivers and Uber Eats drivers, they've announced they're giving it to.
You know, in a world, in a situation where everything seems to get worse every day, we need to be highlighting what is good more than ever. So we'll certainly be trying to do our part here by highlighting that, but you guys can help us by bringing these things to our attention. Be hugely positive. Stick together. Cheers.
So that was the least amount of fun I've ever had in a shop. Just people going crazy, really. I had to help an elderly lady today because she couldn't reach into one of the aisles, but she has been standing there for like 2 minutes already. I don't think it's people sort of obviously looking out for themselves and all that, but Christ, like some of these people are like actually in need. Just fucking help them.
I've just been in Starbucks now, and the girl behind the counter there was telling me how surprised she was at sort of what it does to people. She's actually found that today she's had several people be quite rude and aggressive with her. This is a young girl in her early 20s who's scared herself having to go into work and serve people at Starbucks. You know, we need to be better than that, and now is the time for people to stick together and to be nice to each other and be kind to each other. There's a huge amount of people doing some really positive things in the world, and for people that are going to try and be selfish right now, it's not the time.
Right, just watched the news. Boris Johnson's press conference, 4th daily press conference, and he says that it's going to be 12 weeks until we get on top of this virus. 12 weeks. 12 weeks of living with these two in incredibly close quarters.
It's going to be like a fucking Hunger Games.
Well, we've got a lot to work out. We've got cooking schedules to work out. We've got films lists to build. We've got sporting catalogues to go through. We've just got to keep ourselves sane in any which way. So any advice you have, please leave that in the comments below on LinkedIn or on YouTube, depending on where you're watching it. It is just going to get a bit crazy. We think 12 weeks here in the UK is the absolute minimum we're going to be in this situation. It could be more, it might be less, but that's the latest government guidelines. Who knows what's going to happen, but we will see you tomorrow on the vlog.
Alexa, play cat noises.